Hey, my name is Abe, and over the past year, I've made over 100K from creating and posting short form videos online. I didn't sell a product, I didn't have to run ads, and I didn't have to show my face in most of those clips. I just posted clips of other influencers and brands on fresh new accounts on social media, and I got paid for the views that I got on those clips. And I started this when I was dead broke. Like, I'm not kidding, I only had $20 in my bank at some point. And I was freelancing, working as an editor, making like $6 to $7 an hour. I knew that something had to change, so I spent hundreds of dollars in courses on affiliate marketing, dropshipping, digital products, and shit like that. And I'm not gonna lie, most of them didn't work. Some of them did get me a couple $100s, but it wasn't worth pursuing. And I did make some money from them, but it wasn't enough to pay my rent, pay the bills, and didn't give me a consistent source of income. And just as I was losing hope about making money online, I came across a comment on some Instagram post, and that guy was talking about something called clipping. Now, I have never heard of this before, and it didn't seem real, but I gave it a try anyways because I had nothing to lose. Like, I was scrolling on TikTok and playing video games anyways, so might as well give it a try. So the first week, I made 2 to 3 clips of an influencer, posted them online, and actually made $60 from it. Now, $60 isn't a lot of money, but it was proof that this actually worked. So I started posting more clips, and on day 13, I woke up to a $291 payout. And that's because one of the clips that I made blew up overnight and got a lot of views. $291 from a clip that I spent less than 30 minutes making. So that was my wake-up call, and that was when I started doubling down on this. And I went crazy on this because by the end of 60 days, I had like 2 or 3 accounts running, and I made over $5,700. And within 90 days, I scaled to 8K a month. And then eventually I saw 10K, even 12K months. And over the period of a year, I had made over 100K from clipping. But here's the thing, if I had to start over clipping all over again today in 2026, I would not do it the same way. The game has changed, the tools are different, the algorithm is different, and the campaigns that we're running in 2025 are dead. And the mistakes I made early on costed me hundreds of dollars and months of wasted time. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys the shortcut, the exact strategy that I would use if I was starting from zero and had to scale to 10K a month as fast as possible with clipping. This video is not going to have any fancy edits. If I need fancy edits to keep you watching, you are better off watching a MrBeast video. This is only for people who are serious about starting an online business. So let's get started. I'm going to give you the exact process that you can use to earn your first $5,000 with clipping in the next 90 days. And I'm going to split this process into 3 stages in this video so that it's easier for you to follow and digest. If you're a beginner and you have no clue what clipping is and where to find clipping deals, how to set up accounts, then stage 1 is the part that you should be watching. But if you're not a beginner and you already know where to find clipping deals and how to connect accounts and get paid, then I would recommend skipping to stage 2. In stage 2, I'll show you how to make the clips so that you can get the maximum views and actually get paid. And in stage 3, I'm going to show you how to optimize your system so that you can create a lot of clips and save time. I made a lot of mistakes as a beginner when I first started, and it cost me hundreds of dollars, and I don't want you guys making the same mistakes, so I'm going to expose all the tips and tricks that I learned over the past 2 years in stage 3. If you don't know what clipping is, then don't skip this part because I'm going to explain it in 30 seconds. Basically, you have these influencers who make a lot of content every single week. And the thing is, they can't post all of their long-form content in their own social media pages because that's going to be too much volume and it's probably going to get them banned. So what they do instead is that they pay people with no audiences to create fresh new accounts and post clips of their content. And these influencers and brands are paying $100 to $500 per million views that you can get on these clips. So you don't need an audience and you don't need to show your face. As long as you get views on the clips, you're going to get paid. It's as simple as that. So the next question is, where do you actually find these clipping deals? And one of the platforms that I use to find these deals is called Clipify. I put a link to this in my description, or you can just search up clipify.com on Google or something. And then make sure you select Start Earning as a Clipper. So I'm on my test account here, and this is what the dashboard looks like. If you're familiar with clipping, you might know that there are other platforms that also have clipping deals. But the reason why I sometimes prefer Clipify is because their approval rate of all the clips is really high. Normally in other platforms, there are admins who look at your clip and they can either choose to accept or deny your submission. And they can even take 4 days to even a week just to pay you out. But Clipify is different because they use AI to auto-accept the clips that you submit. So the payouts are almost instant, right? So if you click on campaigns on the left, then you'll see all of these clipping campaigns of brands and influencers, and you can see that they are paying out $3 per 1,000 views, $5 per 1,000 views, just for you to make clips of their content and post it on social media. And look at these campaigns that just ended a couple days ago. $5,000, $5,000, $500, $2,000. All of this money is going to regular people who just create new accounts and post clips. So let me show you how you can actually get paid. Click on profile on the left, and then over here, you can see that there's an option to connect your bank account. Once you click on it, they're going to ask you for your bank account number and your details, and all you have to do is fill out this info and click on connect. Now, once your bank account is connected, The next thing you need to do is connect your clipping pages. So click on add or remove social accounts. It will take you to this page where you can select the platform of your page. So I clicked on Instagram and now it's asking me to log in. So I'm just gonna log in with my password. And if something like this pops up, then just click on allow and boom, it's that simple. Now my Instagram account is connected to Clipify. So if I post clips on this Instagram account, they can actually track the views and pay me out. So once your bank account and your social media accounts are connected, the next thing that you need to do is join any of these clipping deals. Once you join a clipping deal, it should look something like this. So this campaign is paying out $1 per 1,000 views, and we can post the clips on TikTok and Instagram. You can see that info on the top right. You should obviously read the guidelines so that you don't break the rules. As long as you follow these rules, you are going to get auto-accepted. Your payouts are going to be almost instant, and you don't need to wait like weeks to get paid out on your clips. So as soon as your clips start getting views, like 20K views, 50K views, you're gonna start getting paid directly to your bank. So now we are done with stage 1, and we can finally move on to stage 2, which is creating the actual clips. So in every campaign, you will notice that there are links to Google Drives. And inside these Google Drive folders are the actual videos that you need to be making clips from. So these are all the videos that you can make clips from. I'm just gonna download a couple of them and then open CapCut. You can honestly use any video editor you want, but CapCut is the easiest to edit clips in. All right, once you have your video editor open, just import the video on your timeline. And what we're gonna do right now is make the hook of the video. This is the most important part, because if people don't stop and watch your video in the first 2 seconds, they're probably gonna scroll away, and the algorithm is basically gonna think that your video is not interesting enough. If you wanna have a great hook, you need to make sure that you have some high energy, controversial moment in the first couple of seconds of the video. Or you can use something called the halo effect. This works if your clip has influencers who people already know. I'm gonna start the clip here because it shows Tristan Tate's face. This is like Andrew Tate's brother, so a lot of people know him, and this is gonna pique their interest, so they're gonna stop scrolling and watch the video. The next thing that we need to do is cut out all the boring and silent parts, and we do this because the attention span of the average user on TikTok or Instagram is like cooked. So we need to be changing the shots every 2 to 3 seconds, and this will help with increasing your watch time. So I'm just gonna skip this part where he's doing nothing and go straight to the part where he's like stabbing someone. So I'm just trimming down all the boring parts. And the other thing that you need to keep in mind is that some campaigns have rules, and the rule for this campaign is that the whiskey or the product that Tristan Tate is promoting, like this thing right here, like the whiskey, it should be in the clip. So I'm gonna include this part just so the clip meets the guidelines and we can actually get paid. All right, so now we have a clip that's 17 seconds. Always make sure that the clip is at least 10 seconds long, but it's no longer than like 50 or 1 minute. If it's over a minute, it's probably too long, and people are not going to watch the entire clip. But if it's really short, that's bad too, because the amount of time that people spend on your clip is going to be really low. Like if you made a 5-second clip, right? People are just going to watch it once and move on. And even though they watch the entire video, since the video was only 5 seconds long, the actual watch time is going to be super low. It's going to be close to like 4 seconds. Honestly, I would say anywhere from 20 to 40 seconds is the sweet spot for clips. All right, so now we need to change the aspect ratio so that it matches 9:16, which is this ratio right here. So we're just gonna make it the optimal ratio for phones and social media. All right, now we need to add arguably the most important part of the clip, which is the title. Every single clip of influencers you see online is gonna have a title. And the reason is because it gives context of the video. And without context, people just won't care about the video. Like if they don't know what's going on in the clip, why would they watch it? And if your caption is really good, it can also act as a hook. Because when people see a controversial caption, or if the caption has the name of some influencers, they're going to be interested and they're going to actually watch the video. That's going to catch their interest and they're going to start watching the video. So for this caption, I'm going to say something like Tate brothers recreate American Psycho, which is the movie that they're recreating right here. And you can add some hype to it, like you can say, no way, Tate brothers do this, or something like that. Right, so now our caption has the context of the video. It has the name of someone or something who's influential and everybody know. And a lot of people probably know who the Tate brothers are, right? So the next thing you can do is add some trending music on the clip. I'm not going to add any music for this one because it already has some background music. And when you export the clip, make sure it's 1080p because that's the maximum resolution that's allowed on these social media platforms. Great, so now we have our clip. All we have to do is post it on our social media accounts. So I'm gonna post it on my TikTok account and my Instagram account. And after you post the clips, you have to click on upload content, select your platform, and then paste the link of the post. So once you add the link of your post, Clipify can now track every single view that your clip gets. And they are going to pay you out instantly to your bank account. Right, so now we are done with stage 2. And if you've been watching the video till now, great job, because now I'm gonna give out the secret sauce. So this is the exact posting schedule that you need to follow when you're doing this from scratch. Week 1, you need to be posting at least once a day. If you get lazy and you post like once a week, then the algorithm is already going to know that you're not someone who's going to be posting a lot of content. So they're not going to push out your content to more people. You need to build trust with the algorithm as soon as possible. So make sure you start posting once a day. However, do not go overboard, okay? I see a lot of people who open their first account and post like 3 or 4 clips in the same day within like a couple hours. And that's a huge mistake. Please, in your first week, do not post more than 1 video per day. Now, week 2 is when you can actually start increasing the volume of the clips that you post. But make sure that when you're posting multiple clips a day, you space them apart. Like, don't post them all within the same hour. And after week 2, you are free to post however many times you want. You can post 6 times a day or even 8 times a day. It doesn't matter, because now you have built up trust with the algorithm, and the algorithm knows that you're someone who posts frequently. So they're not going to flag you as a bot or shadow ban you. And you might be asking, why do I need to post so much? Why do I need to post once a day or twice a day? And it's because of how the algorithm works. Think of posting a clip as buying a ticket to a lottery. If you post 1 clip a week, that's like buying 1 lottery ticket. However, if you're posting once every day or twice a day, that's going to add up to 7 to 14 clips a week. And that's the exact same principle as buying multiple lottery tickets. So you're basically increasing the chances of winning the lottery. And the lottery in this case is going viral, because if you go viral, then your post is going to get a lot of views and you're going to get paid a lot of money. Like, you can get paid anywhere from $500 to up to $1,000 just from 1 clip. And me personally, I've made over $1,300 from a single clip before. But if you want to stay consistent and actually get to your first $5,000 in 90 days, then you need to build a system. You can't just be creating clips and posting every single day, because that's going to lead you to burnout. You need to do something called batch creating clips. Let's say on Friday, you have 30 minutes of free time. So what you're going to do is spend 30 minutes looking for ideas to clip. So if you're clipping for someone who is like a motivational speaker, just hop on the For You page and then search up motivational clips, or search up some other motivational influencers that you already know, and just find the clips that are getting a lot of views and going viral and save them. Once you save them, you can literally go back to them, watch them, and copy the viral templates when you're editing your own clips. So on Saturday, let's say I want to start editing. What you need to do is batch edit the content. So you're going to be downloading 1 long video, and you're going to be making anywhere from 7 to 15 or 20 clips just from that 1 long form video. And what I want you to do is just find the high energy or viral moments. I don't want you to edit them. Just trim the long form video into multiple segments that you think are really high energy, controversial, or have a high chance of going viral. Let's say you take a break Sunday, Monday, even Tuesday. Let's say you start working on Wednesday again, okay? You have like an hour of free time on Wednesday. So what you're going to do on Wednesday is take the raw clips that you made on Saturday, and you're going to edit them. Add the auto captions, add the title. You're just going to be making the final touches. And then you export these clips and save them on a Google Drive or on your desktop. So now you have 7 to 15 clips that are ready to post, and all you need to do is open TikTok or open Instagram every single day and just post the clips. That's all you need to do every single day. And this takes only 3 to 5 minutes. So you don't need to be downloading, finding clips and editing these clips every single day. You can literally break down the entire process into 2 or 3 stages like I showed you here. And once you have the clips ready in like some Google Drive folder, you can post them throughout the week. And all it takes is 3 to 5 minutes to post them on your different accounts. And the other trick that I use that not a lot of people know about is called doubling down. And this is by far the best strategy that made me a lot of money in clipping. Let's say you posted a clip last week and it got 1 million views. So what I need you to do is double down on that. So take that clip, open up CapCut or whatever video editor you use, and make 3 versions of the same clip. You can change the title, you can change the caption style. I don't care what you change, just make 3 different versions of that 1 clip that got 1 million views. And now over the next 7 days, you're going to be posting the 3 versions of the same clip that got 1 million views. And since you're making tiny changes like changing the title or captions, this will not count as reposting. And since the clip already got 1 million views, you know that this already works. And I literally abused this strategy so many times. Like, I made a clip that got like 1 million views, and I made 3 different versions of it, posted it throughout the next 2 weeks. And eventually I got 2 million views from one other version, 200K from another one, and 500K from another version. So in total, I got 2.7 million views just by repurposing the clips that I already made. And the top 1% of clippers already use this strategy. And this works so well, even influencers themselves use this for their personal brand pages. Alright, real talk. If you follow the exact system that I just gave you, there is no way that you can't make your first 5K in the next 90 days. Because this is the exact same strategy that I used personally to make 5K in 60 days when I first started out. And I didn't have anyone telling me what to do, so I made a lot of mistakes along the way. And I told you how to avoid these mistakes. I told you how to warm up the account so you don't get shadow banned. I told you how frequently to post. So you can literally achieve this goal even faster than I did. There's no reason why you can't do it. The only thing limiting you is your own self-belief. So if you're actually serious about this and want to start clipping and making money online, then just start and be consistent. Don't quit in the first couple of days. Once you start building momentum, your hard work is going to pay off. And like me, you might be waking up to $100, $500, or even $1,000 payout from clipping. So stay locked in, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video.